It's GOAT Coach, Coach T Flow, guys. And today we are talking about 3 ways to optimize your fitness journey. Guys, just face it, we're almost there. It's almost springtime. We're at the end of winter. We literally have what, a month and a week left of winter. We made it through. Now we had a awesome snow snowstorm this year. We don't get snow but every 10 years down south in Columbus, Georgia. And it was a great time. A lot of memories were created due to the storm. But winter's almost over. Now, albeit there's a couple of cold days ahead of us. I'm sure of that. But it's warming up. We had 70 degrees, almost 80 degrees last past couple of days. Today a little bit on the cooler side, but winter's almost over. It's time to kick in to get that spring body ready for the summer. And that's why we do this, guys. We go hard. We grind in the winter to shine in the summer. Grind in the winter, shine in the summer. Okay. So that's the mission. And that's what everybody should be trying to achieve. And there's 3 ways that you can optimize the way you do this. And we talked about some of these ways before, but we're gonna get into it. Um, the first way to optimize your fitness journey, I would say your nutrition. You have to dial in your nutrition. You have to lock that nutrition in. And it's so many variables to your nutrition, things that you need to find out. You need to find out your BMR. You need to find out what your DCI looks like, uh, your basal metabolic rate, and your daily caloric intake. And then there's ways that you can manipulate those numbers once you find it out, depending on if you're trying to bulk or if you're trying to lose weight, because everybody's not trying to lose weight. Some people are actually trying to get bigger. Although I believe due to the seasons, it's best to try to get bigger in the winter, but that doesn't mean you cannot get bigger in the spring. If you're a small person and you're trying to get bigger, it's definitely ways that you can do that. But one of the ways that you can do it is by portion control. Once you find out the information with your body, kind of like your body stats, what kind of nutrition your body needs, you can control that through portions. That's if you don't want to be like a extreme calorie counter, which to me, and we'll get into that in a minute, that's the best way to optimize everything, is to be a calorie counter. But if you don't if you don't want to be a calorie counter, what you'll have to do is master the art of portion control. And what you do with portion control is you'll make your portions on your plate. You'll mark your weight. You'll have the same portions on your plate for about a week or two. Then go back and then see where your stats are at. See where your body stats are at. See where your weight's at. See where your BMI is at. See where your body's fat at. If you're trying to gain and those numbers go up, it's working. If you're trying to gain and those numbers haven't went up, then you need to increase your portions or add another meal to your diet. Next, your macros. With your macros, you want to be balanced and balance doesn't mean the same, because you're not gonna take in the same amount of fats. Fats is the on the bottom end, and you're probably not gonna take in as much protein either. Carbs are gonna be your number one source for energy. That's what a calorie is. If you didn't know, a calorie is a source of energy. You got carbohydrates, you got proteins, and you got fats. Carbs are gonna be the highest, proteins next, then fats. So you're not going to be wanting to take in the same amount of fats that you are protein, and proteins and carbohydrates will be closer, but you still should probably be taking in more carbs than anything else. Like I said, everybody's different, guys, so I can't tell you what numbers are for you. A good rate would be a carb per body pound, and for protein, skeletal muscle, and for fats, 25%. Now those are just arbitrary numbers. You have to dial it in to see what works for you. And kind of a sidebar from that is balance. You want to have balance in your meals. You want to have greens. You want to have your browns. You want to have your protein sources. And protein sources can come from fish. They come from beef. They can come from pork. They can come from chicken. Albeit I will put pork at the bottom. Everybody's different. You got some people who love pork and who love to eat it. So it just depending on what kind of person you are and what you like to eat. I rarely eat pork. I can probably count maybe on one hand how many times I eat pork throughout the course of a month. Maybe a half a hand. I don't eat it that often, but to each his own. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna knock you for eating pork if that's what you want to eat, but those are your protein sources. And some turkey to eat turkey. You can really eat. We in the country here. You might have somebody eating damn venison, deer meat. So I mean, those are protein sources. You just have to dial in whatever your macros call for. So by doing that, guys, locking in your nutrition, that would be my first way to optimize your fitness journey. It's going to put you in a good place on your fitness journey, so you'll be able to hit and achieve your goals. Next, I would say charting. My next way to optimize your fitness journey will have to be accountability when it comes to charting. And charting is when you write things down. You keep a note of things, because if you're just cowboying it, you're not keeping no numbers, you're not writing things down, then you really don't know where you're at. I see some people, they hate the way they step on the scale, and that could be detrimental sometimes, because if you don't do it and you go 3-4 weeks without it, then you get on the scale and things ain't what like you want them to be. You could took all that time between time to actually tweak it, to twerk it, to make it right. But since you were so scared, you didn't want to, not scared, but you didn't want to get on the scale, you tried to avoid it. Now you're digging yourself out the hole, and we don't want to do that. We want to, when a problem happens, we want to peep the problem right then when it happens, and we want to make the adjustments then. We don't want to have to wait forever to make these adjustments. So that's why we want to chart, and we can do this different ways. We can use body scans. You go to like some of the nutrition stores, they get you on a scan, and they give you all kind of data on your body. Of course, we can do it the tried true method, the scale. Now the scale work with the body scan is a good thing, because the scale doesn't always tell the story, because you can be losing fat, gaining muscle. Excuse me, guys, 1 second. And while you're doing that, your weight might not change, but you still might be doing a body recomposition, and that's what you want to do. So to get that information, to figure out what's going on in the inside is necessary to get that body scan, because that body scan might show that body fat dropping. It might show that skeletal muscle going up. You just get on the scale, you don't see the scale move. You're like, oh man, this shit ain't working. But there's other things that you can use besides a body scan. Say like, you're in a community that doesn't have a place like that. Use your clothes. Clothes is a great way to find out what's going on. No matter what that scale say, clothes is a great way. I always have you something a little bit on the tight side, and I'm taking it from a point of view that you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you can have you something that's nice and fitting, and every week when you check that, it should be lighter. It should be looser. Every week you check it, it should be looser. My son just got here. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, little buddy. Hey, man, you got your little onesie on. Now come on and get daddy hug. Yeah, it's my little man right here, y'all. Say hi.
Hi.
Look, see right there. Say hi.
Hi.
What's going on? You about to go to school?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your nice little jacket on today. A little cold out there, ain't it? Say what's up, guys.
Hi.
Say what's up. You can look right there. You gotta look right there. Don't go pushing no button, boy. You be a good boy today?
Down.
No, what you mean? No, you better say yes. Oh, down. Oh, okay. Want to get down? Okay, my bad, buddy.
Down.
Love you.
Well.
Give me a hug. All right. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You can see it right there. Look. Say it right here. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. As you guys can see, he has his daddy genetics. Handsome little young fella. All right then, guys. See y'all later. But yeah, your scale is only going to tell you bye bye. The scale is only tell you so much. You have to look at your body scans to see what's going on in the inside, and that's why we're looking at the body fat. We're looking at the BMI, and BMI is very important. I'm gonna tell you why BMI is important. BMI is your body mass index. So if I'm going to get jacked, if I'm putting on muscle, I want my BMI to be a little bit higher. But I want that body fat low. You want that body fat to get low. That way you can show the separation between your muscles. You can show the cuts. Let me just be more a little bit, dumb it down a little bit. You can see cuts. Everybody wants to see the cuts. If a guy's jacked, you know what I'm saying, he's buff, he wants to cut down a little bit, dial it down a little bit so you can see cuts. You don't want to get that body fat low. So you got to chart these things. If you're doing a workout, you got your nutrition. You have to be able to put those numbers in, check them the next week, see what they're doing. If they're not moving at all, you have to make the adjustments on your journey. Another way you can chart your progress is with the tape. The tape doesn't lie. An inch is an inch. Guys, we know that, don't we? An inch is an inch. Hey, the tape does not lie. And from a guy point of view, a lot of times what we'll do, if you're trying to get the arms bigger, we'll tape it at the top of the bicep. It'll come around, boom, 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 write that down. Same with the triceps. You'll squeeze the tricep, you put it around. Oh, you ain't got to squeeze it real hard. Actually, you don't want to, but you just want to maybe ball a fist while you're doing it and measure it right there. Write it down. You might want to put it up under your chest, across your nipples, and get that number. Hold your chest and get that number right there. Some people do it across the shoulders. Get those numbers. So when you get those numbers, you see where you're at. If you're trying to get smaller, those numbers need to be incrementally smaller every week, every 2 weeks, however how you chart yourself. Same for females. Female, they go under the arm, over the tatas, boom, get that number. That's the hourglass. So a female, you typically want to be your bottom number, which is your hips, needs to be the biggest. Your second number, which is the middle, which is your waist, needs to be the small. And then you come back up top again. So that's the hourglass. You want that middle to be small. So if a girl is built like an apple, sometimes it'll be like the waist and the hips, they'll be close together. We don't want that. We want ratio. We want that 10-inch ratio. So we want that waist to be about let's say the waist 28. We want that thing, that dragging, that wagon back there. We want that thing to be about a 42. You know what I'm saying? We want some ratio when it comes to the hip waist ratio. So you get that with the measuring tape. So a tape is another way to chart. And lastly, guys, you can put all that together. You got you a charting system, and you can put this in your phone. You can make a note in your phone. And once you make that note in your phone, you just kind of keep things from week to week, and you'll see a pattern. You'll be able to check everything out. So I think this is a great way to do it. It's tried and true, and it works. All right. And lastly, y'all, weights, fitness. The weights is the way for you to really lock the other two in. Once you get your nutrition in and you're trying to figure out how you're trying to figure out how to put all this together, the weights, well, really your fitness. The weights is one version of it, and your cardio you dial in is another way. Your consistency, all that plays a part in it. All that plays a part in it when you're trying to put these things together. So to me, the weights are like the paintbrush. Your whole fitness journey is a canvas. The weights are the paintbrush that draws things in. All right. Your finisher, how you make a, I don't know if you ever had art. I remember art class when you used to make a drawing, then you get a piece of napkin and you kind of buff it out a little bit. That's what the cardio does. Cardio helps tune things in. When you do your cardio, it helps burn fat, helps with your heart too, helps with your endurance. But the weights are what craft you. The weights give you the cuts, give you the density in your muscles. And then you want to be body part focused. If you know you want bigger arms, you have to train those arms probably 3 times a week. He knows guys 1 time a week, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna be enough. Versus you going in there and like, I want bigger arms. I want a bigger chest, or from a lady's point of view, I want a bigger butt. You're gonna have to train that booty 2-3 times a week to really see some gains. And I'm not saying you can't do it 1 time a week. Just gonna take a little bit longer. So be body part focused for whatever you want to build or to get bigger, and be consistent with it. You can't do this one or 2 weeks and then just take a break off for a couple of weeks and start back over. And I see a lot of people do in the gym is when they get there, they want to do all these different things. Consistency wins the race. If you want bigger chest, do bench press every workout. Do chest flies every workout. Do dumbbell presses. You don't have to go do all the new machines that they got in the gym, because most machines, look, machines are cool. Don't get me wrong. You can see gains off machines, but machines are for old people. You want to hit some free weights, guys. Don't be trying to, Pierre bring the new little piece in that they're making it easy for you. Get up under some free weights and slang some iron if you want a bigger chest. It's the tried and true way. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, old gym clips from a Gold's Gym. They was in the basement of some gym with a whole bunch of racks and dumbbells everywhere. They have all this pretty shit these other gyms be having. And these were some of the best physiques ever put together. Mr. Olympias. They ain't have all that pretty shit. They had iron. And weights paints the body. You use the weights to paint the body you want, to build the back you want, to build the arms you want, to build the legs you want. And then you buff it out with a little cardio. Guys, these are my 3 ways to optimize your fitness. Number 1, nutrition. Number 2, chart your progress. And of course, number 3, your fitness journey. And if you need help putting all this together, the kid got you, man. I'm located at 4701 Buena Vista Road. If you're in the Columbus, Georgia area, we also can help virtually. Yeah, we got a virtual platform, so you ain't got to be here to get this work. And we can put all this together for you. We can dial in. We partner with a nutritionist. We can dial in your nutrition. We got a charting system that we've been using since we opened. And of course, we can help you with the fitness. We put all this together for you. Or if you're interested in getting one of our fitness programs that's already put together, you just dial it in and drop it in for your stats. We could do that too. But any capacity, we love to have you aboard. Just inbox me, put me in a game, coach, and I will get back with you ASAP. We get you on a phone call, get you on a video call. We can figure it out for you. Okay. It's all about the look too, guys. Don't be stressed about these numbers, so to speak. You just got a chart to see where you're going. Make sure you're on your journey the correct way. But make no mistake about it. It's all about to look. I can't tell you how many times somebody say, I want to get down to this, and they get down to that, and they realize I reached my goal by the weight, but not by the look. So it's all about the look. If I can look like this at 215, that's cool. If it take 180 to look like that, it's all about the look. So don't forget that. And till next time, it's the GOAT. I'm out. Peace. Fake smile time.